How do you maintain your relationship while also being super passionate about goals? We work together. We're making each other better together. We are working on our goals together. We have aligned our goals. We both want the same thing. And if your person that you're dating or whatever, it's a friend, if it's your family member, whatever relationship that you have that you're with someone all the time, if your goals are not aligned, you better get them aligned, because it is going to make it a bazillion times harder. If Tyson did not believe in me and support me in the way that he does, we would not be together. We would not be together. All right, welcome back to Mission Mode with Madeline Mack. I'm Madeline Mack, and this is Mission Mode, where I'm sharing the things that I'm doing in my life and learning and stuff to become better for my mission, to accomplish the mission. I'm not comfortable yet. Hold on. Ugh. I have like 20 million blankets on my bed, and I'm sitting on all of them. Anyways, today we're going to talk about a question that I got on Instagram, because I asked, what do you guys want me to talk about on my podcast? And Iguana22040, they asked, how do you maintain your relationship while also being super passionate about goals? So I thought that was a very interesting topic for today. And also I wanted to mention some comments that I got on a video that I posted. The video called something about being wholesome and hot. And yeah, I got a lot of interesting comments on that video. So I want to talk about that too. Let me find them. So basically, I'm just going to start off with answering the question. And yeah, my boyfriend. That's what we're talking about today. I have always been I guess I'm disciplined. I have always wanted to accomplish certain goals in my life. I've always wanted to accomplish. I've always had a goal to accomplish, and I've always found a way to accomplish them. I have very, 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 very large goals that I know that I will not accomplish for many, 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 many years that I'm working on right now. But I also have like small, like 1-year goals, 2-year goals, 5-year goals, stuff like that. And I've had them since I was like 7 or 8, like opening an Etsy store when I was 10 or whatever age. I forget how old I was when I did that, but like to sell my polymer clay charms, and like writing a book, and then writing my next book, and getting my back tuck, and tumbling and cheer, and making, like, I wanted to become a varsity cheerleader my freshman year so bad, and I worked so hard for that every other day in the summer, and I got a varsity cheerleader. I have always, ever since first listening to Andy Frisella in like 7th or 8th grade, I've always wanted to work out at First Form. And that's really weird. I just looked over at my computer that's recording this, and an email notification popped up as soon as I looked over. It said Andy Frisella. That's weird. Anyways, I've always wanted to work out at First Form, and this past December, thank you so much to First Form if anyone from there is listening. They invited me to work out there, and it's because I've been putting in the effort every single day, making those small steps, thinking about my goals all the time, every single day, and doing the things that are leading up to that. And the point of me saying this is, I've always been like that. I never had a boyfriend until I was 17, and Tyson asked me to prom. We were going strictly as friends, okay? We were going strictly as friends, okay? I think I've told the story of him asking me on one of my past podcasts, so I'm not going to go into that, but strictly as friends. Oh, whoops. Okay, 2 months later, not even 2 months later, how long? April 28th is the day that we are officially boyfriend, girlfriend, because my uncle said, let's make it official in front of all of my baby cousins in the movie theater, because they happened to be going to the Mario movie at the same time that we were going to the Mario movie. For our first date, my first ever date with a boy, my baby cousins were there, and she introduced me to her friends as, here's BB, my cousin, and her boyfriend Tyson. And I was like, oh. And then that's when my uncle Baron was like, let's make it official. So that helped Tyson a lot. So thanks a lot, Baron. Tyson thanks him a lot. Anyways, yeah, what was I saying? Oh gosh. Okay. Leading up to that though, like I had no interest in boys at all. okay? I grew up with 2 brothers. I'm used to men. I love men, okay? Nothing against men. I've never met a man that I don't like. There are men that I like more than other men, but like, we love men here, okay? Very important part of society, okay? Not a men hater, all right? Just want to get that out there, okay? I just was not interested in dating boys. I thought that I was going to start dating when I was 25. I wanted to work on my goals. I was very, very, like, I got to get these things done before I can even think about a boy. Like, I can't do that. I'm too focused. I'm too busy. I ain't got no time for boys. I used to say, like, getting a boyfriend is like taking care of a dog. Like, you got to like take it on a walk. You got to feed it. You got to like make sure you like go on a like park date and whatever. And like, I just didn't think that I had the time to have a boyfriend. And especially not at the time when me and Tyson started dating. I thought there's no way that I'm going to have a boyfriend right now. And that's why I told my friend Mallory, I was like, make sure he knows we are going as friends. Everyone knew about us. Well, like kind of, I feel like the whole high school not the whole high school, but like a lot of people, all the people I knew that I was going with Tyson. It was kind of like the talk of the town because like I never talked to boys. And the fact that I was going with a boy was like, what is happening? Madeline is talking to a boy. Are they dating? Like, do they like each other? And I was like, no, guys, we're going as flipping friends. Okay. And when we went to prom, I just didn't want to not talk to him. Like, I just didn't want to not be with him after that. First day of prom, like, I almost threw up before prom. Like, I was literally, I keep saying literally, I was terrified to drive in the truck with him for 45 minutes to the prom location. I remember being terrified. The night before, I remember eating dinner and I could barely eat. I think I only ate like half of my dinner because I was so sick to my stomach because I was like, oh my gosh, 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 oh my gosh. And like, the funny thing is, like, I could talk to a boy like nobody's business. Like, I was not afraid of men at all. I was not afraid of boys. Like, I could care less. I couldn't care any less. Like, just a person, okay? Like, I feel like I was closer friends with boys at school than girls, which I was, like, literally. And the funny thing is, like, I considered Tyson to be a really good friend. And I told him that recently, or a few months ago. I forget whenever I told him that. But he was like, what? I would not even consider you a friend in high school. And I was like, what? You were like my good friend. And he was like, that really shows how like little friends you have. But I was like that with everyone. Like, I was just nice to everyone. I like to talk to everyone. I like to talk to everybody. Like, everyone was on the same level. Like, we were all like, what's up, y'all? What? Me and Lexi. Hi, Lexi, if you're listening to this. Me and Lexi still friends to this day. So that's cool. But I mean, I'm still friends with people in high school. If I see them, I'm like, Johnny, what is going on, my guy? It's really weird to see people out of high school. That is a weird thing. People said that, like, when I was in high school, it's really weird to see people that you went to high school with out of high school, like, 2 years later. And I was like, no, it's not. It is weird, but it's cool. I like it. I'd like to be like, oh my gosh, dude, what's up? What's been going on? Anyways, I'm getting off track. We are talking about boys. So, prom, I was terrified. We get in the truck with Tyson. We're driving to prom, just me and him. I was terrified that I was going to be really awkward. And we talked the entire time. We had a flippin' blast talking the entire time. It was so much fun. I enjoyed the entire conversation. Like, I also talk when I'm nervous, so that's another thing. I was probably just trying to come up with things to talk about because I get nervous when I'm nervous, I talk a lot. And something that was really funny that shows how nervous I was I love the air conditioning to be blasting. But if I get cold, like, I'll turn it down a little bit. Well, the air conditioning was blasting in the truck, and I was like, no, this is perfect. I love it. And he was like, oh, good. And at the end, like, when we got to prom, my fingers were so cold that I could, like, barely text. And I was like, I was too nervous to say, hey, can you turn the air conditioning down? Because he had said, oh my gosh, I never have met anyone that likes air conditioning this high. And I was like, oh gosh, I can't say that I don't like it now. Which is another thing that's like showing me, like, I kind of liked him. And I didn't even, like, I subconsciously liked him. I remember, I don't know, it was weird. It's weird because I was going as friends. Like, I was going as a friend with him. Prom happens. Okay, we have an absolute blast. We get along. We talk the entire time. Like, I just didn't want to not be around him. I already said that. After prom, I'm still thinking about him. We go to dance class the next day. We had a dance practice the Sunday after prom because our recital was the Saturday. The 1 week after prom was our dance recital, so we had dance practice the next day. Why did I take so long to explain that? I'm sorry. But at dance practice, Mallory, my friend that asked Tyson to ask me to prom, was like, do you like him? Like, would you date him? And I was like, yeah. Or something like that. I like whispered it. And she thought I said no at first. And then I said it again. And then she was like, what? Madeline has a boyfriend. And everyone in the dance studio just screamed, Madeline has a boyfriend. Because it was so weird for me to have a boyfriend because I didn't talk to boys because I was so focused on my goals all the time. And after that, it's like we started like hanging out, and he asked to show me his Mr. B&L DVD that they taped. It was like Mr. B&L was like a contest at our high school for the guys to like win Mr. B&L, which our school was our school's letters were B&L. And it was like a little competition thing. It was kind of like a joke, but he got runner up, I think. And then we watched the tape together. He like asked really nonchalant. And I remember when he came over, we watched it together with my mom and my dad because I was so nervous to have anyone, like I was so terrified to be by myself with a boy that I had to have my mom and dad watch it with us because I was like, no, I can't be by myself. Like, what are you talking about? Anyways, long story short, we get along. We like to talk to each other. We like each other's company. I like to be with them all the time. And I like the person he makes me. I like the person that I am when I'm around him. And fast forward 2.5, almost 3 years of dating, I am better in every single possible way. And so is he. In this relationship, we have both made each other better. Whether that's physically, mentally, career-wise, school-wise, or spiritually. Every single aspect of us has gotten better. My attitude, the way I think, the way he thinks, like, we are constantly working on each other. I am constantly nitpicking, and that sounds like really buggy, but he's constantly nitpicking me. But not like little, like, not nagging, not little nags, but it's like if he says something like, I'm so stupid, or something like that, I'd be like, no, why would you say that? Don't use that word. Like, do not use words like that. And he doesn't say that anymore. Or if I say something, or if I do something, or if I think a certain way, he'll be like, Madeline, why are you thinking that way? Like, no, you need to fix that. We are continuously making each other a better person. He has helped me with my goals literally tenfold. When we first started dating, I had, I think, like 8,000, 9,000 subscribers. I have 150,000 subscribers now, which is not like oh my gosh, it's so many. No, it's not that much. But compared to 9,000, I've gotten 140,000 subscribers since dating him. And before that, I had been working on my YouTube channel for how long? 4 years. And my Instagram, I had like 2,000 followers on Instagram when I first started dating. I think maybe less than that. Now I have 93,000, something like that. Again, not huge numbers, but a lot more than 2,000 and a lot more than 9,000 subscribers. And that's just a number. Those are just numbers. That does not talk the scope and scale at which I have become better in every single aspect of my life. And to the question, I've been kind of rambling, sorry. To answer the question, how do you maintain your relationship while also being super passionate about goals? I have become 10 times more passionate about my goals because I realize I have this person that I'm going to build a life with. We are going to accomplish these goals together. He supports me in every way. He is my biggest supporter. He is. And I think that's really sad that there are people. I'm not emotional. What are you talking about? What do you mean? No. Don't watch me and my face on YouTube right now. He believes in me, okay? He believes in me. And I remember being absolutely terrified to tell him what I wanted to do with my life when we first started dating. Terrified. And when I finally did, he was like, Madeline, just tell me. Like, I want to know. Like, what are you doing? Like, what do you want to do? This is like 6 months into dating. And I finally told him, he was like, okay, let's freaking do it. We're doing it. Okay. I'm along for the ride. I want to see that through. You're going to do this. And I was like, what? Because up until that point, anybody I ever told anything about what I wanted to do would look at me like I was crazy. And I just resorted to not telling anyone what I wanted to do, especially in school. Like, I never told anyone, what do you want to do, Madeline? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I was like, you'll see. The amount of times that I said, you'll see to people was insane because I was just done with telling people what I wanted to do. I didn't like describing it to my family. I didn't like talking about it to anyone because everyone would look at me like you're freaking crazy. So I just stopped. And I told him and he was like, okay, awesome. I love that. Yes, we're going to do that. And I was like, hold on. What do you mean? You're supporting me? You're making me better? You're critiquing my faults? Critiquing is good. Like, I critique him, he critiques me. I made him go through 75 hard. We are currently doing 75 hard again together. The first time we did it was in 2024, the summer of 2024. Completely transformed. Like, we grew so much as a couple in that summer of doing 75 hard. It was insane. We also, it's just doing something that is difficult with a person makes you grow so much closer to them, like friends, whatever, like Goku and Vegeta. Like, they've literally physically fought each other. They have fought Majin Buu. Which is a villain. Goku and Vegeta are Saiyans. They're super powerful fighters in an anime that I'm obsessed with, Dragon Ball Z, if you don't know. And they're like enemies at the beginning. Vegeta wants to kill Goku. And then, long story short, they are still competing. They're still competing against each other. They still want to get stronger, but each of them are making each other stronger through this entire story. And they've been through a lot of hard things together, and that makes them grow even more stronger together. And all the things, and it's like, we're doing 75 hard together and getting stronger through that. We have gone through like family gossip or whatever. We've gone through a lot of things that are difficult, but we've pushed through that. We have hard conversations, and it's not that it's a hard conversation. We just call it a conversation. Like, if I need to talk to him about something, or if I need to tell him something and I'm not telling him, I'm bottling it in, he can tell. And he will eventually be like, Madeline, you got to tell me, what is the problem? And then eventually I will tell him. And then after I tell him, I feel so much better. And then we get closer. And then we are a better couple and a stronger couple after that. And it's like, being afraid to tell your person that you're dating or whatever, or your friend or your family member, being afraid to tell them something that they're doing is wrong or something they need to change their ways, that is hurting that person. If Tyson never told me that I need to read my Bible more thoroughly and get closer to God and pray more and get deeper into the word and truly know Jesus Christ is my savior, like, I would not be where I am in any aspect of my life at all. Like, every single part of me would be changed because my entire life has changed by reading the Bible every single day. And Tyson helped me to get closer to God through that. And no, he was not forcing me to read the Bible every day. He's not commanding me and dictating my every move and manipulating me and all these things. And that brings me to the comments that I was getting on that past video, because I don't know. Let me just read the comment. Hold on. Let me read the comment. Oh, controversy. Controversy. Where is it? I just had it. Oh, it's right here. Being wholesome is cute, but thinking you're smart while your boyfriend manipulates you with religion and toxic patriarchy, not so much. And someone commented under that, say it louder. And I think that's really sad that, obviously, I didn't say anything about Tyson bringing me closer to God in that video. None. So they've seen my other videos. And I think it's really sad that I am literally better in every single way. I am better in every single way because of my boyfriend. After dating him, I'm better in every single flipping aspect of my life. And darn it, the dang toxic patriarchy has ruined me and manipulated me with religion. Dang it. Poop. You know what? How about actually keep manipulating me, okay? I am richer. I am happier. I am freaking healthier. I am better in every single way. Please continue to manipulate me, toxic patriarchy, because, I just hit my mic. I am so much better in every single way. And I read that comment and I was like, oh no. Well, dang it. That's sad for that person, because my mic is like slowly drifting off. Come back over here. I just thought that was really sad for that person, to think that me growing closer to God, the person who made me, the thing that made me and the universe and has dictated every single part of my life, me being closer to him and having a better relationship to him and Jesus, that is whatever they said that's not cute. Well, yeah, Jesus' crucifixion was not very cute, but also it's like, we have eternal life in him now, so okay. I don't know. I just read that and I was like, dang. Okay, question. What is a person in your relationship supposed to do? Make you worse in every way? Let's do that. Let's do the converse of this. How about after dating, if I got more out of shape, if I stopped working out as much, if I stopped eating healthy, if I never did 75 hard ever again, if I stopped working as much, if I was less focused, if they took attention away from me, if they made me unfocused, if they made me more unfocused, if they wanted to eat out at fast food every single day, if they only wanted to watch movies, if they only wanted to just not do anything, if they brought me down, if they told me that I couldn't do my dreams that I wanted to accomplish, if they told me that I could not become what I wanted to become, if they said that my success was intimidating them, I need to slow down, I need to make my goals smaller, you got to be realistic, Madeline, I would not be dating that person. Tyson, once again, I am saying it, has made me better in every single way. He has made me a better person. He's made me smarter. He's made me think differently. He's made me see a different perspective on the world. And I thought that I knew everything before dating him at 17. I really did. I thought that I did not need a boy. I did not need a boyfriend. I did not need any of that. I did want to get a husband eventually. I did want to date and marry. But I was thinking that was going to be 10 years from now. And it honestly did scare me. I thought oh my gosh, what if I'm going to be dating forever? What if I'm never going to get married? And I know everyone to each their own. I want to get married. I want to have kids. And that was something that I was terrified that I would never be able to find my husband. And then God was like, here you go. Here's this boy that you are thinking you're going to go to prom as friends with. But turns out he's actually going to be your best friend. Tyson's my best friend. And do best friends not support you in your goals? Do best friends tell you that you can't accomplish your dreams? Do best friends get in the way of you accomplishing your goals? No. They encourage you. They help you. They support you. Tyson encourages me, supports me, helps me to get closer to my goals. He's helped me to accomplish a lot of goals. In my hardest times, who do I call? Who are you gonna call? Tyson. That was supposed to be like Ghostbusters, but that didn't really sound like it. No, like I literally, in any circumstance that I'm like really scared, really sad, really stressed, really frustrated, really angry, really happy, really whatever, I call Tyson. I call him every single night at 7:30. We are also long distance right now, which I think is so, it sucks. I don't like it at all. But also, it's really good for us because, believe it or not, we've actually grown closer as a couple, even though he's miles away. What is it? Distance makes the heart grow fonder. Is that what it is? I don't know. But to say that I'm thinking that I'm cute for... To say that I'm thinking I'm cute for having a boyfriend that manipulates me with toxic patriarchy and religion is silly. I'm just going to say that because would you want your best friend to not make you a better person? Would you want your best friend to hold you back from accomplishing any of your goals? Would you want your best friend to keep you away from that? No. And to answer the question a little bit better, I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit. Sorry about that. I kind of tend to do that on my podcast, don't I? Sorry. But when we're together, he does his homework. He's a mechanical engineer student. I do this 24/7, 365, and it takes a lot of time and energy. And if you scroll through my Instagram or YouTube, like you can tell, I force him to film things a lot. I force him to take pictures a lot. And he is very willing. He's such a good sport. He will do basically anything I tell him to do for Instagram or whatever. And in the beginning, he was very uncomfortable with it and very uncomfortable with filming in public, just like I was. But it was like, he still did it. He would still do what I was telling him to do, even though he was uncomfortable. He still supported me in that way. He told me he supported me. He told me he would support me in any way possible. And he does. And he's stuck to his word. And he continues to. And he continues to get better. He gives me really good ideas for videos. He has a very different mind than me. I think more creatively in like a artist way. He thinks more creatively in like an engineering, very perfect way. You know what I mean? And our minds work very well together. So he helps a lot with my work, and I can't really help him with his engineering homework, but I help him mentally and physically, and I help him do 75 Hard. Well, I told him about 75 Hard. I told him about Andy Frisella's podcast, Real AF, and I've introduced him to that world, and like I've told him how to eat properly for building muscles, and we work out together. Like every single thing that we do together, like we are making ourselves better together. It is just so fun to have a best friend to follow you in the journey of just becoming better. Like that is what he is. He's my best friend. He is my best friend. I've never had a best friend in my life. He is my one and only best friend, my first and only boyfriend ever. Future husband material right there. Okay. He's literally making me better in every single aspect of my life. When we are together, we are working together. We are reading our Bibles together. We are working out together. We are working on becoming better together so that our future, because we have a future goal. We make our vision boards. We made our vision boards last year, 2025. And he still has his hung up in his room. I still have mine in my office. We made like a 5-year goal planning sheet thing together. We sat down for like 3 hours, might have been 4, on a porch swing at his house last year and came up with like our 5-year goal plan. And the main thing that I want you to take away from this podcast is your person has to be aligned with your goals. You got to tell them exactly what you want, exactly what you're working towards, exactly what you, what are you working towards? And a relationship is like, I am serving him at like however I can serve him. I want him to be better. He wants me to be better. We are both helping each other. We are helping each other. It's a relationship, okay? And we're helping each other to become better. And I'm not saying that if your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, if they're not making you closer to God, I'm not saying that like that's delete them right now. No, I'm just saying religion's a part of my life. Or not religion. I'm a servant of the Lord Jesus Christ, okay? I don't follow a religion. I follow Jesus. So that's just how I live my life. If you're listening to this, you might be curious and interested in how I live my life. That's how I live my life. I'm just telling you what I do. So that is one very big aspect of my life that he has helped me to accomplish. And it's funny because before him, I go back to my YouTube videos before Tyson. I think I posted about reading my Bible before him, but I definitely did not talk about God or Jesus enough. I did not. I have grown so much closer, and you can literally see it in my videos, and I think that's really cool. I've like documented my life, my teenage years basically, and that's a part that I'm very grateful for, that he's helped. And my life is so much better now. I'm so much happier, and I feel so much more fulfilled in my days, and I'm so excited about the journey and the mission that I'm on, and I'm so excited to go on this mission with him. So to answer the question, I hope that answered the question. Let me read the question one more time. Because I'm rambling and talking about a lot of things. How do you maintain your relationship while also being super passionate about goals? We work together. We're making each other better together. We are working on our goals together. We have aligned our goals. We both want the same thing. And if your person that you're dating or whatever, it's a friend, if it's your family member, whatever relationship that you have that you're with someone all the time, if your goals are not aligned, you better get them aligned, because it is going to make it a bazillion times harder. If Tyson did not believe in me and support me in the way that he does, we would not be together. We would not be together. It would be just like that. And I am crazy. I am a crazy blonde. He has even said that he didn't want to date a blonde because he thought they were crazy. Oh, well, I got news for you, buddy. You're dating a crazy blonde. And he was right. Like, he literally told me that. He's like, I was not going to date a blonde because I thought they were too crazy. And my hypothesis was correct. So, but he still supports me in every single way. I support him in every single way. I am very excited for our futures together. And the goal, my goal went from like me to like us. What can we help? How can we help the world together? Like, how can we glorify God together? How can we bring glory to God together? And this relationship, like, you have to have aligned goals with your person. They have to make you better in every single way. And you have to also do the same. You have to serve each other. You have to work at it. You have to have those conversations that you are thinking are going to be hard, but it's actually going to make you even a better relationship. And you got to support each other. You got to believe in each other. And if not, you better figure that out, because that is all the people that I see, like Alex Hormozi and Layla. Their relationship, they're like the ultimate power couple to me. Like, I'm so inspired by them. And Alex has said she's brought out the best in me, and she believed me. And Layla said that she would sleep under a bridge with Alex if it came to it. And Alex even told her, like, listen, I failed. I lost all this money. I completely understand. I think you should leave me. I completely understand if you decide to leave me. Like, leave me. Like, he literally told her to break up with him. And she's like, I would sleep under a bridge with you. That's your person. You gotta find your Layla or your Alex. Like, you have to do that. And God will provide. God always provides. He provides for the birds. He will provide for you. If you're looking for that person and you're desperately like trying to find someone that will still support you and will do that. Like, I've never been through a breakup. I've never been through multiple boyfriends. That is something I don't have the expertise on that. All I can say is my experience. And that was my experience. Tyson loves and supports me and believes me in every single way. And I am also, was a word, not vice versa. The word that means I do the same. Más o menos? No, that's Spanish. I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah. And like my mom and dad, they support each other in every single way. And when my dad was doing his bodybuilding show, very, 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 very tough time. Bodybuilding is it's a very like single man sport. Like it is all about the person doing it, because you have to make sure that they get their food in, you have to make sure that they get their water in, you have to make sure that everything's perfect, you have to make sure they got your cardio in. It's a very selfish, like, not saying my dad's selfish, but bodybuilding can be a selfish sport. So my mom saw that bodybuilding makes my dad happy, so she supported him in any way, even though it was still hard to do that, and meal prep all of his food, take him to all his shows, do all the things, deal with that like all the time. Like, she still supported him through that. And she was on my podcast, my last podcast, and she talked about when my dad was in school, in dental school, in the endo program to become an endodontist. She worked full time while taking care of Mason, my brother, and she supported my dad so that they could live while he was at school. Like, she made the money while he was in school. She supported him in every single way. And that's flipping awesome. Like, that is so awesome. Just, you have to find someone that supports you. If you are a very ambitious person, if you have these huge goals, do not let anyone tell you that you can't accomplish your goals. If they are constantly telling you, like, I'd make them a little bit smaller. You gotta think realistically here. Da, 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 da. Yes, you do have to be a realist, but I think a positive realist is extremely important. If they do not support you in every single way, then I would rethink that relationship. And that's tough. I don't have much room to say because I don't know. I do know how. I hit the flipping jackpot, okay? Try number 1, boyfriend 1, okay? God gave me Tyson. I truly believe that. I truly believe that he gave me Tyson at the right exact perfect time. We got together the exact perfect way. Such a cute little meet cute. Like, how funny is, I'm being really annoying. I'm sorry. That was so cringe. But it's just like, of course, the Just as Friends couple at prom starts dating. Like, of course. Like, what the heck? Any high school movie ever. What in the world? I don't even know how that happened. I did not think that was going to happen, but it did. Because we're best friends. We were best friends. At the end of the day, just find your best friend. Because a true best friend wants you to succeed in every single area of your life, will cheer you on, does not measure anything like, well, you did that and I need to do this and I did all this stuff and you didn't do anything. Like, none of that going on. It is full attitude of a servant. We are serving each other. So, yeah. I don't know if that answered the question. I feel like I just rambled about my boyfriend for 40 minutes, which I basically did. Hopefully there's a nugget in there of something that could help you. Hopefully this cleared up some stuff about those comments on the video. Also, I did not realize that, okay, the wholesome to be hot or hot to be wholesome, wholesome is the new hot. I don't know. I did not realize that girl was Dua Lipa. I did not know that girl was Dua Lipa. I have the age of a 70-year-old according to Spotify. I looked up hot girl and that was a picture that showed up. So I was like, not hot girl. Hot girl summer is what I looked up. And that picture was like on a magazine thing. So I was like, oh, this is good. And the reason, I'm just going to clear this up about that video, because a lot of people are like, I cannot believe you're calling Dua Lipa undisciplined and da-da-da, and women can do whatever they want. We are not shaming people for their body. Da-da-da. I did not mean no harm, no foul. I was not shaming anyone about showing their bodies or anything like that. The reason I showed that picture was because in high school, before I met Tyson, I never got invited to parties. I never really had friends. I thought that the way that I could get what's it called? Respect, not self-respect. Self-confidence was I have to get the perfect bikini picture, which sounds really stupid. That sounds idiotic now that I say it, because I was a silly little goose. But I thought that I needed to get self-confidence by posting a picture of myself in a bikini on Instagram. And if I could do that, then I would feel better about myself. So I proceeded to starve myself, and like, especially leading up to vacations, I would literally starve myself. Like, I would eat like 1,000 calories a day or less to make sure that I had a perfect bikini body. And then I would wake up and at like 6 a.m. or whenever the sunrise was and go out and take pictures. And then I'd look at the pictures and take 5 billion thousand pictures to get the perfect bikini picture and make sure I looked perfect in every single way. And the ones that I liked, my freaking ribs would be sticking out. And my mom would be like, Madeline, you can't post that. You look sick. And I'd be like, what do you mean, Mom? Like, I was trying to get my self-worth from a bikini picture. It wasn't until I realized that no, my self-worth comes from who made me, what I'm working on, how I'm serving others, what I'm filling my mind with to become a better person, how I'm moving my body, how I'm fueling my body, the work that I do, how I serve others. I think I already said that. But your body is not your worth. It is what you do. It is what you are internally, your soul, your heart, not your body. And I made that video to point that out. I made that video, The Wholesome to Be Hot, to show like, hey, I don't want you to fall into the trap of thinking that looking hot or being a hot person involves only looking hot in a bikini, because in those times I would get the perfect bikini picture and I post it and I still felt extremely self-confident, or not confident, self-conscious, and felt like I was worth nothing still. So I didn't want people to fall into that trap. That's what I was kind of pointing out with that, just because I would see pictures like the Dua Lipa one and think, oh my gosh, I want to look like her. How do I look like her? I need to look like her in order to be successful. I need to look like her in order to be confident. I need to look like her. But it's not about looking a certain way. It's about what you do, how you serve other people, the promises that you make to yourself that you keep. That is, and of course, God made you, so you're made in the image of God. That's flipping amazing. So yeah, I was not getting my self-worth or my self-image from the right sources back then, and I just wanted to point that out in that video and to show that being wholesome literally means that you are whole. You are whole. You are complete. You were a complete person. And me trying to get a perfect bikini picture was making me very empty. And I didn't want anyone to fall into that trap. So that's why I posted that, and that's why I said that. And I said, this is not hot. But then I said, immediately after I called her, quote, not hot, I said, but what do I mean by that? I said, what did I say? Not to be mean, of course she's attractive. Dua Lipa, very attractive. Yes, she is. I was not calling her not hot. I was calling I wasn't calling Dua Lipa not hot. I was thinking that you have to post a really sexy bikini picture in the perfect one. That's what makes you hot. No, that is not what makes you hot. What you do to become a whole person is what makes you wholesome hot. So, goodness, I'm going on lots of rants and tangents. I need to clear that up. But yeah, find someone that makes you better in every single way. Find someone that you can be best friends with, that you like their company, that you like to be around, that you like to talk to, that you could talk to forever. That is my best relationship advice at this time in my life. Yes, I'm not married. Yes, I've only had one boyfriend. But that's my 2 cents, and that's all it's worth. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Very rambly, once again. And have a great week. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's go flip and kill it. Yeah, okay. Peace out. Bye.